Those comments are old. I don't know if they're still there. What's up, guys? This is the post-match review slash analysis to Arsenal's game against Tottenham. It was not a good performance.
It wasn't. It was not.
Not at all.
First of all, welcome, guys. This is Arsenal Live Ultra.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, Arsenal Ultra Live. It was a very disappointing game today. I think it was very expected though. I think everybody expected it, but not this. Not this bad. And going forward, I think this is pushed us moving forward to another level.
Yeah, no, I kind of expected this, especially after last week where we were just crossing the ball a lot, and we did that again this week, and that's kind of just falling right into Mourinho's trap right there, getting us in the counterattack. He sat back the whole game pretty much.
Well, he scored his two chances. He had 3 chances, 3 shots on goal, 2 of them were goals.
Yep.
And he had 5 shots in general.
Yep.
Or 6.
Well, I think we gotta see when enough is enough, and I think this game kind of pushed everybody over. I think everybody, or not, I can't speak for everybody, but myself, I was trying to look for, I guess everybody was going against this manager, and I think, I think if he doesn't do anything soon, other than what he's done already, there's players in the field that they shouldn't be on the field, and I think we need changes. And we just need them quick.
What do you think about him taking out Bellerin? Do you think he's out of the top 11 now?
The starting 11? No.
Starting 11?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Really?
I don't know who else you could put in there. Maitland-Niles?
Cedric?
No.
I mean, it's kind of like the same dilemma that we have with Saka, right? You guys don't think he should be playing that much because he's so young. Well, I don't think Bellerin should be playing so much because he's such a defensive liability. And, I don't know. Let's give somebody else a try. There's a lot more, I think, options at right back than there is at left wing. But
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah, I think we should try something else. Change up the tactics a bit.
Bellerin definitely looked like one of the worst players.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It looks like we're just very uneven on that side. It's been like that since the first game of the season, whether it was going forward or whether it was, defending. Bellerin is, I would give somebody else another chance. Maybe get a more defensive player on that side. Maybe to see if we can maybe push forward. Maybe give whoever's playing that on that side a little bit more attacking role than they've already been playing.
And that being said, then, so who do we put in?
Can you pull up the Twitch on that?
I guess it depends on how Arteta wants to do it. If he wants to do a little bit more defensive, then put Niles. Not Niles, Cedric. And then if he wants to go a little bit more attack, I will go with Niles.
I think Niles is better defensively than Cedric.
You think so?
But I think Cedric at the same time has been a little bit more molded to play defensive.
Also, Cedric is kind of like Tierney, I think. I think he's very similar in regards of just going forward, just whipping in a cross. But does that even help us, though? Because we put in these crosses, but there's no target man. There's nobody in the middle just to get that header in, unless we want to convert Gabriel into a fucking striker. But
we put in an outrageous amount of crosses in today. We whipped in so many of them.
But it's been like that for the last 2 games, and this is what I'm saying, that we need a little bit of change. We need creativity to come through the middle again.
Yeah.
And it's just not happening, and I feel like the team is just very uncomfortable playing with wingers, whether by a right wing or a left wing, because what's happening is that now not so much on the overlap from the right wing backs, but it's more of those forwards that just end up at the very last post, and then there's nothing to be once they delivered. There's no one on the field, or no one up front for those crosses. Yeah, to receive. There you go. To receive the crosses. There's no one.
Yeah, because, I mean...
Well, then
like
we got to play Maitland-Niles, because
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
And I mean, he could also do a little bit of the just going inwards, kind of like how Bellerin does, because he inverts and then he always overlaps. But I mean, I don't even really see him overlap anymore. I think maybe he just doesn't have that speed anymore, just to kind of give that support to Willian.
He's definitely missing some speed.
And I guess what's his name? Maitland-Niles can do that, but I mean, who knows if he's good enough to actually be a starter in the league? Well, I guess we'll have to see in these next couple of games if Arteta does decide to put him on the field.
I don't think he is, but maybe he'll show me.
Mm-hmm.
He'll show me up. All right. Well, let's get into these ratings. Since we have to travel 15 hours after this.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe we made this trip for this to watch this bullshit. But okay, let's just start off at the back with Leno.
All right, so with Leno.
Nothing to do for those.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Both crazy shots.
Especially the first one.
Yeah, the
I
first
think
one was
that
just
was-
ridiculous.
I read somewhere that he has a tendency to come out, like he gets off his line. You guys, and then that's why those shots kind of catch him. Not that he would have stopped them regardless, but like he does have a tendency to come out, and maybe that's something that they were looking to shoot early to catch him off guard and like catch him off his guard, off his line.
But even then, Holding gave him just way too much space.
That's true.
Gave him enough time to to think, to move, to decide whether he wanted to go to the left or the right, and then was able to, Bellerin unfortunately slipped and wasn't able to close him down eventually. So for Leno,
I think by the time Bellerin slipped, he had already shot the shot. So I don't think Bellerin could really do too much as in regards to just blocking. I think maybe he could have if he had positioned himself a little bit better, or if he communicated with Rob Holding a lot better. Because it seemed like there was just some miscommunication right there between maybe just like three of those players. So Holding, Bellerin, and the center mid that was covering that spot, which is, who was it? Was that Shock? I think it was.
That was Partey.
Partey,
Partey
right?
was gonna close him
I
down
think
too,
it was Partey.
but he took a
He
little
just
bit
didn't
too long.
get there on time.
Yeah.
What is this?
Just go back or go to the homepage. Go to the Arsenal. Just click on the Arsenal Ultras Live homepage right there. Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of blame that goal a little bit on Bellerin. We'll get to that later when we get to the actual ratings.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'll give Leno a 5 for me.
I don't think he had much to do.
Yeah.
There wasn't much, shots taken from Tottenham. They just took the chances and they just happened to bury them. I'll definitely give Leno. Yeah, I think 5 is fair. It's below average because I don't think that just the team overall performed below average. But yeah, I'll do 5.
I'm gonna do a 4.
What do you think he could have done better?
I don't know. Show some fire. I feel like nobody in the team fucking showed any fire.
Playing out the bag or something?
Yeah. Well, like not even that, because I think Tottenham was way too far back. They were just kind of inviting us in just to kind of fall into their game plan. Which I mean, that's probably I think Mourinho's number one tactic that works the best against everybody, especially when he scores first. If you score first, it's kind of it's really really hard. It's almost game over.
He's parking the damn bus after that.
Yeah, that's something I would have loved to see from our keeper. I think he, being that demanding for being yelling to our center backs to wake up, to our wing backs to come down and help out. And I think that that's where I disagree with you, giving him the captaincy, because I don't think he's that player to be screaming from the back, telling you what to do. He is not the player. He's too quiet and below that goal. And it's just, I mean, if I just, like I said, I don't think Leno had a lot to do.
Yeah.
So I give him a 5, but I would have loved to see that though.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm putting that into account for everybody just because of how big this is like the biggest derby in the whole freaking EPL. I don't know if it is anymore, but it's the biggest one in London for sure.
Yeah, Manchester City, Manchester United is bigger. But
And I mean, just it didn't really feel like a derby today. Really, there was no fire. It just felt like any other game.
yeah, we were very, not competitive. Like we never really had a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked very nonchalant.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. So 4-5-5 Orlando. What we go with? Let's go with Tierney. Like
I think this was one of ours. No, actually, I'm
I don't
sorry.
think he did bad.
Yeah, he did okay. That was last week that he performed really badly.
Like nothing really came. I mean, it also kind of seemed like they were targeting the left side, their left side, our right side. Because I mean, you got Bellerin over there, and Holding, which I think are two worst defenders. Well, not the two worst defenders, but like the two worst defenders in the back line. That right side.
Yeah, I'll have to give I'll give Tierney I'll give him a 5 as well.
I'm giving him a. He did have some couple really good crosses.
He had hella crosses, and none of them did anything, so I can't give him much more than that.
Tierney, was to me was probably one of the best players on the field, other than one other one.
For us, at least, yeah.
Yeah, for us. But Tierney for me gets a 6, just for the reason that he's always seems to be solid. I mean, even when we're playing at our worst, he's always tend to be the player coming back, tracking back, putting the defensive shift and putting the attacking shift, because he's had 2-3 crosses today that could have been potentially a goal. And he gets
some good crosses.
Yeah, for me he gets that extra boost, and you know, he's the only promising thing for us right now, which is completely disappointing because that never was the promising thing. A defender
Left back
or left back, bro. Yeah, it's never been the most promising. It's always either been the striker, the cam, or just someone, you know, just like, you know, out of the world. But it's just this time around, it just tends to be Tierney. He's looking like the most promising player. He gets a 6 from me.
6 for you?
Yep.
What about you?
Yeah, that's 6 too. But I don't even know. Nah, I'll give him a 5. Nobody deserves anything average.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't really see the fire in him either. Maybe I'm just kind of like doing tryouts too, just to see who the leader is gonna come out. Like somebody's gonna come out and just kind of win these like little tryouts of leadership. Because I mean, I don't think Alba's cutting it, to be honest. I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this. I mean, I didn't even like him as captain, even before he got the captaincy.
Yeah, no,
when he
he's
got the
not
captaincy, I did not. I didn't like that. I still thought that Xhaka was the better option. But I mean, we know what happened, and Arsenal fans got a little crazy.
And he
kind of fell under the pressure, but I still think he's their best option.
What do you give him? 5? Tierney?
Yeah, I'll give him 5.
Go to Gabby.
I think Gabby towards the end he kind of showed that he's willing to put that fear. He's just fearless.
He looked like a striker at the end there. He was making
Yes.
some runs.
Yeah.
He was taking on people.
Like he's dealing with. Looks like he's dealing with some fucking marbles out there.
Yeah, you're right. He
Those
did
stones.
look like maybe he should be the fucking captain.
Yeah,
I think it should be like I like
going.
Tierney and Gabby as like potential captains for the future.
Yeah, I can
Because
see
they do show some fire sometimes.
Yeah,
What you get?
like a captain should definitely be someone that like grabs your own players by the neck and tells them, hey, you're not doing shit right. Start doing shit right.
You fucking up.
Fucking up.
Okay.
And
Do you think it's different now, just because of the fact how, I guess, the culture has evolved, and it's kind of like being at work, don't you think? Do you think people kind of were like that at one point in time at work, but now with like HR and all these like cancel culture or even just other stuff, we're not allowed to be like that upfront? There's kind of like other ways just to say that stuff, or do you think that kind of just it's a lot different in the football world?
no,
I think the kids can take it. Like if they're winning, I don't think they'll complain. It's only when you're losing that shit gets toxic.
Gotcha. So do you think that's kind of what happened with Mourinho?
Yeah, that shit only works when you're winning.
Gotcha.
When you're losing, it's hard to be passionate like that. What you give him? Gabby.
I'll give him a 5.
I'll give him a 6.
I thought you said nobody gets above
Well, we saw some fire from him. He was fucking dribbling and shit, acting like he kind of looked like Partey at sometimes.
Bring out the receipts, Fabian. Bring out the goddamn receipts.
Huh? About what?
Changing his mind.
No, I'm not getting. About what? Gabi? I never talk shit about Gabi.
No. Bring out the receipts for Eric.
Why?
You change your mind? Did you?
Not with Gabriel.
No, because he said that he wasn't gonna give nobody an average score.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. No, yeah.
Right. Nah, but then I remembered about.
Let me think. I'm trying to think of the goals. Yeah, that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault either. Yeah, I'll give him a 5.
All right, holding. I'd like to start with that one.
Holding was not great. He was definitely at fault to an extent for the first goal. I think the second goal was
Unfortunate because Partey was out and he had no help. He was stranded on an island defending Son and fucking Kane, which is borderline impossible. Just defending one of them. So, besides that, his distribution was not that good. We definitely missed David Luiz back there. I'm gonna have to give him. I have to give him a 4. If not a 3.5, I'll go with a 4.
I'm giving him a 3. I think he's average, slightly above average.
I could see that.
He could be like the best center back in like a mid-table club, but I don't think he's like really top team potential really, unless he's coming in as like a sub, like as a just somebody to come in for injuries or whatever, or for rotation.
I completely agree with the 3. I think he could have done better in different situations in regards to both of the build-ups. But
What could he have done for a second build-up? It had nothing to do with it. He was defending Son and Kane at the same time, by himself.
communication, decision
There's
making.
the next person next to him was in the fucking ground. He was injured.
Back to being a leader.
You can't do it. Nah, he had nothing to
Being
do
back
with
to
that
being
second
a
goal.
leader.
He had nothing to do with that second goal. You can't defend 2 of the best players in the EPL by yourself.
I mean,
Especially when he is limited.
regardless
He's very
though,
limited.
don't you think that, or he's on that side and the goals came from that side,
Yeah, the first goal was
so they
on
were
him.
targeting the weak spots, so which is those 2 guys.
I don't think Holding is a liability in this team. I do not think. I think he's way above average.
Way above average?
Way above
I think he's
average.
solid.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I think he's solid too.
Maybe not to the point that he we can say he's world class, or we can say that he's one of the best center backs in
Not at
the
all.
league.
Not even close.
He's not there. He's not at that point yet for me to use those vocabularies on him. But I do say that he's a little bit above average, and I feel like you guys have put in our weakest liability in the team, putting him right next to him. Of course, he's gonna be performing wrong. Of course, he is.
What's so good about Rob Holding though? Like, what of his like, center back skills do you see that's way above average to you?
Bro, I just he has this thing about him that reminds me about classic center backs, bro. Like complete classic center backs, and if you just put someone that's on the right side that is actually gonna put in some shift on the defensive side, he's gonna be able to do it. Because I don't even think David Luiz could have done anything better in regards to this. Maybe going forward, yes, but not in the defensive side.
But
because
Luiz
look at
is
how,
also is just kind of slightly above average too. But the thing that he does have, like that one skill that's just way above the rest from everybody else, is that ability to pass, just get like
Passing
a
out the
pinpoint
back.
pass, even better than some of the center mids that we have, better than all the center mids that we have.
Better than Chaka.
Now let's look back at this season. Whenever we were like top of the table in regards to
Defensive.
our defensive.
Defensive.
You know who was playing next to Gabi? Holding.
And
David Luiz only had like about 2 games
because it was
because
at that
he kept
point,
getting injured or he kept coming on and off.
at that point we had 3 center backs. This game we played with just 2.
We played with 2 because Tierney is dropping back as a center back because Bellerin cannot be pushing down as much.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like
Exactly, but still, regardless, the stuff they still target that left side. If we have 3 defenders or 2 defenders, it's always that right side. Even if you take off a bunch of just the defensive pressure from Bellerin, so he doesn't have to defend as much. they still target that side because we're
Well,
so unbalanced.
It's because of Bellerin, though. I mean, you gotta see it as that. He got
Is it
completely
though? But
trashed.
he's the wing back too.
But oh, come on, man. But still, man, he has to be tracking back. I mean, it doesn't-
does track
just
back.
because he's a wing back, it doesn't mean. Yeah, but every time he does, he gets manhandled.
Yeah.
Like Jack.
Like
Jack-
yeah, Jack,
Grealish.
bro, it's gonna be torturous going to Chelsea. Warner's gonna be playing on that side of the
Left side,
field.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but I
Motherfucker's
think
like
regardless, they
twice
know-
as twice a player as Grealish is.
I think he's also kind of. He's just like way too balanced at everything, and he doesn't really excel at nothing.
Who?
Rob Holding.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like Rob
I don't
Holding's biggest thing is that he's I think he's decent. Like I think he's good. Like tactically, I feel like he's good with awareness as far as like tactically where he needs to be and stuff like that. I think his IQ is good, but physically he's lacking in a lot of places. But I feel like if you pair him up with the right center back and stuff like that, and the right wing back, I think he could be better than he
But
is.
he is not a slow player.
No,
He's
that's
not a
not-
he's
that's
not
not
a
just about being
weak
slow.
player.
He's not a
He is
slow
slow.
player.
He is. I
He's
would say
not.
he's slow.
He's not a slow player. He's not a fast player. For a
Yeah,
center
for
back.
for
He ain't.
for,
he
for a
ain't
center back that you
okay,
feel
okay,
playing
okay.
three in the
He
back,
ain't
of course
he ain't a weak
he's a
player,
slower
but he ain't a
player.
strong player either. For
Neither is David Luiz, but we
But,
still.
okay, yeah,
but
yeah.
yet,
Okay,
but
yeah,
yet,
but we
this
just
just
said-
this year,
we just said-
we started
we just
seeing him
said that.
flourish, though. Just this
We
year,
were
we're
playing
we're seeing
scrubs at the
David.
beginning. We can't
No,
take
no,
any of
no.
that fucking
Exactly.
We're
We're playing
playing
scrubs,
terrible
right?
fucking
And then
team.
since
yeah, but
since
something
we
that he
didn't
does
start playing
provide
scrubs,
though that
what?
kind of pushes it over the top is that passing ability that makes us better in the offensive
Bro,
side. as well.
just this year though.
No, I mean,
the
has he
year
done
prior
this
to
this
that,
year?
since he came on, he hasn't been doing that until this
Did he
year.
not do that at Chelsea?
That's because we didn't play like
Oh
that.
yes, but not for
Did he not do
Arsenal
that
though.
at PSG?
Yeah, but he plays at Arsenal now.
Yeah, but we weren't
Yeah.
playing like that back then, though. That's the thing. It's like we switched ever since Arteta came on. The way that we build up play is primarily through our center backs. For
Because
whatever
we don't
reason.
have any other way of developing a play.
I mean, no, that's true too. But
We don't have nothing going through the middle.
But we don't have anything going through the middle whenever Rob Holding plays. I mean, I like Rob Holding too, but he is missing that from. I think they're even like defensively, but I think Rob Holding's a little bit better because he doesn't have the mistakes that David Luiz always has, which he's dropped recently.
Mm-hmm.
But so his IQ is better, but he doesn't have the passing that he does, and I think we miss the passing more than David Luiz's mistakes every once in a while. So I think it's worth putting him in for the next game. I just think, yeah, just
if
to
he's
try
even
something
back
out.
from that concussion.
Yeah, just to try it out. Not even just because I also think Rob Holding is a good player. He's okay. He's a decent player.
But I don't think him or David Luiz are the center backs to take us
Yeah,
forward
no, I don't
up
think
a
so
step
either.
in that defense.
Unless we
in our
build up
defensive
everything
line.
else, then he could be a weak part. He could function as a weak piece in the defense if everything else is really solid.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of fucking things missing in that defense, including like the midfield. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so
I don't know. I just see a lot of potential in him, and
he's old already. So.
he not older than David Luiz. And
Yeah,
you
but
tell
that's
me
true.
another center back that plays as David Luiz in regards to being
But I
more
mean,
defensive, solid.
Do you not think?
Playing
Okay, so
from
what if we
back.
We're trying to get rid of David Luiz eventually.
Eventually, because
Yeah.
I mean, I hope. I mean,
and
because
by
he's
then,
like 37
by then,
years old.
like, and I think we're also trying to get rid of. Well, not maybe get rid of him, but just kind of get somebody to improve that defense. And the way to do it is by getting a right back and a center back,
Mhm.
or just hopefully Saliba starts flourishing and
Yeah.
he does something. Because I think that's kind of like the way we need to go and just getting those modern type center backs. Because I think the way we play, where we want to just go up and press up really high up, we need those fast players. And I think Rob Holding is slightly a liability, especially with Bellerin.
He needs to work on his passing.
Yeah,
Rob needs to
and
be
his
able to
passing,
distribute
too.
if he's playing back. The way that we play now. What you give him? 3? You give him a 3 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so I give him a 4. All right. Next player, Bellerin.
He's got to go. I mean, this man got to be sold in January if possible. Sell him to Getafe or one of those Spanish leads, bro.
I thought Barca wanted him.
I don't think they're gonna want him. Didn't they get that American kid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that he's gonna go there. But I don't know if Arteta will, man. This is like
He likes him.
this is like his kid, bro.
Yeah, he likes him.
Did you know Bellerin used to like whenever he came to the not United States, but to the Premier League, he stayed with Arteta.
Yeah, you told me that.
Mm.
Yeah,
Even
so
without that, like he really likes him. You can tell.
I think emotionally he's clouded by.
You think it's emotional, or do you think it's because he saw that potential that he had before?
I think it's emotion.
You
Because I think
so?
anybody could tell you that potential.
Because honestly, like, how many do we have? And he was producing at one point this year. He was, I think, he's our top assister.
Yeah.
And it's not. I don't think we have any great options at right back in the bench either.
Yeah, I would only drop him
So-
if we get a better option because I don't think Maitland Niles or Cedric are it. Maybe
Yeah.
Cedric, I'll be willing to give a chance.
Bro, I mean, if you gotta keep playing Bellerin, and he's gonna be coming in with those crosses, you gotta get a different type of forward. Then you got to get a different type of forward.
Well, I think the thing about Bellerin and his crosses are that his crosses are on the ground. I don't think he ever puts any of them in the air. So that actually kind of works in favor of our strikers.
He'll dip him
Our
in.
strikers just are
He'll do like a little dip in.
shit.
He'll do like a little dip in. He always does those where like he chips them in.
Who?
About Bellerin. He always chips and crosses instead of like whipping them in like.
Oh yeah. No, he also
Yeah,
just
he
puts
does.
them on the ground too.
Yeah, he does that too.
A lot of them he put on the ground.
He had a good period. He did have a good period this year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
People
And I
were
think
like,
that's
"Oh,
why
yeah."
he was just
Well,
like
we're playing
starting,
scrubs.
Right. But then, like today's game, he was just complete trash.
which is why I think he also got taken out. I think they were saying how
That was the
I
statement.
think they kind of he was screaming at him just to track back or something because he wasn't tracking back.
I didn't see that.
So I think that's why that could have been a reason why
That
he
was a
took him out.
statement for show.
Maybe we won't see him next game. What's the next game?
I
I don't know either. I think it's Burnley.
Burnley, yep. And then we have everything.
We might have to start him that game
Mhm.
because they're gonna be parking the bus.
What are you giving him?
I'll give him a 2.
Mm. Okay, I give him a 2 just because we had we're even worse player than him.
I'll give him a 2.5.
Why 2.5?
Because the reason why I would give him a 2 is because he slipped and conceded that first goal.
I think it was just the positioning. I don't think it was
And-
because of the slip.
And I feel like he slipped because I feel like he was about to close him down and then he slipped.
I give him a 2 just because going forward, he just wasn't there today.
Yeah.
And that's what his best thing, his best attribute is going forward. He
I
had
feel like
a
there's-
couple of mess ups in regards to crossing the ball, touching the ball. There was one day he just completely like passed it to no one.
I feel like Willian is a little bit to blame for that. I don't think he fits the system at all. I don't think there's no communication with him and Bellerin because Willian offers no threat.
I
cutting
expected him to do dribbles and just kind of pick out a pass, just find a little bit of space with like a touch or a dribble and pass it or something. But he hasn't done anything. I don't know. He hasn't done anything.
All right.
We're playing way too wide, man. That's what's happening here.
I don't think so.
We don't have the players to play central either. So, like if we had like a
Well, I mean, nothing.
Jack Wilshere, Rambo, Ozil combination, then I'll be like, yeah, you're misusing those players if you're playing wide. But
Yeah,
we don't
but-
have those players.
Yeah, but I mean, we're playing wide, but nothing's happening.
We just don't have the players at all. We have a really mediocre squad. It's a really bad squad.
So what would happen if they bring Ozil in? What would happen to the squad? Would it get better?
Bro, I
What
don't
do we-
know.
don't even think
No.
we'll-
Why does
He
everybody? I feel like everybody has forgotten how much shit Ozil is, bro.
Ozil's not shit.
Bro, you just don't remember.
No, I remember he's not a shit
Do you
player.
think-
He's just not a player that like you can. Look, man, we're a terrible team right now. Ozil is
You
a
mean-
starting player in a top 6 team. He is.
So kind of like
We're like a
James.
yes. We're like a bottom fucking half table.
You'll be misusing what could have been done for a defensive side if you put.
Does our
Ozil.
defense look any good right now?
Well, that's kind of like what's happening with Everton, right? I mean, a lot of they're putting a lot of blame on I guess the defensive side of the ball on James because I think he doesn't put as much of a defensive shift as all the other players do.
Well, then maybe they
That's
should switch him out. But we already switched out Ozil, and we don't look any better without him. Ozil was never the reason why we sucked. That's just not. I mean, he was part of it because the team wasn't built around him like that. But he's still a decent player. I mean, that ship has sailed anyway, so it's not even worth talking about it, honestly. Because he's not playing.
Well, I like bringing it up because everybody else brings it up too.
I know. You like to stir shit up.
Like stirring the shit up. All right.
The midfield. Chaka. Let's go Chaka.
Wait, Saka.
Okay, let's do Saka. Fine.
Saka. I think he was one of our better players. I think at points. He also, I think, did fuck up a couple of times, but I mean, nobody else was really creating anything. I'd give him a 4. Yeah, 4.
Mm-hmm. That's what I give him too. I thought he was mediocre. Pretty bad at times, but he was trying some stuff every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
He fucked up a few chances. He put in some decent crosses. He had some good ideas, but still not good enough. 4.
I give him a 3. His position was rock on. I think he was at the right places, but I think his skills are getting like his lack of confidence or lack of skill is becoming a problem now.
You think he's overrated skill wise?
I think he's overrated as a young kid. Yes, I think I can name a couple other players that probably around the same age who are a lot better than him.
All right, like who?
Mbappe.
Come on, Mbappe's world class.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like
Mbappe's he's kind of like a generational talent.
Yeah,
but like the way you guys are mentioning him, I feel like even Greenwood is putting a better shift than him right now.
What?
No, he's not.
The United player?
Yeah, the United player.
Fuck out of here. No, hell no. No, I agree with you that he's overrated, but I just think his skills are overrated. I think he's a good player.
I can even point out Foden. He doesn't even get a chance to play in City, but then when he does come on, he takes his opportunities.
How old is that kid?
Like 19.
Okay, I can see that. He is talented.
He gets his opportunity, and I think that's where Saka and him playing him so much time, and then it's not giving him a chance to reflect on why he's doing something wrong. Yes, it's part of having not the lack of player, having a skeleton team on both sides.
Yeah, we have no doubt.
But then again, switch him out. Play another youngster. Maybe he can deliver next game. See what he does. If he doesn't, switch him out. Play Saka.
Are we also scapegoating Saka? I mean, he does put in for the games he's played for England. He's been really freaking good. He's been one of the better players in that team. And Foden, he's in the national team too. Greenwood is too.
I got anxiety. Are we scapegoating him? I'm not scapegoating him. Paula might be scapegoating him, but I'm not.
I think our scapegoat is just our manager right now.
Yeah, that too.
But
if
so like in a better team, could Saka, or with a better manager, could Saka flourish?
He has been flourishing. He's starting in a fucking Premier League team. I think that's pretty good at age 18.
Bro, he's starting at a team that's almost at the bottom of the league, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we were decent at some point. But, he's a good player. He's young. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of potential.
He's overrated with that fucking 100 mil.
Yeah, he's overrated for that, for sure. He's overrated. He's overrated as far as, maybe his skills, as far as, maybe what people think he could provide, bringing to the team.
But that's also kind of like the thing, too, right? With young guys, where they just overhype. Mm-hmm. They overhype these guys when you see some good performances.
They need to take it easy on him.
I agree. He needs to take a couple days off.
Yeah, bring in another player. Like I said, I'm not against this kid. He's an Arsenal. He wears the badge. He's a proud Gooner. So we've given him the opportunity. He did flourish throughout the opportunity. He was able to stay in the opportunity, but then he fell eventually. And I expected that. I think everybody expected that eventually. He's young. He's a kid. What I'm saying is, just because he is playing top level doesn't mean that he needs to stay in the 11. Switch him out. There's no reason why we shouldn't have started Nelson. Bro. He's been playing really well in the last 2 Europa League.
I think Nelson's going to play for anybody. It better be fucking Willian. Because Willian's terrible.
Exactly. That's what I think. I think there's other bigger bigger
Holes.
fishes, holes and fishes to fry just in the whole team in general, other than Saka. I think Saka is probably up higher in the list because I think even today he was one of our better players, which isn't even really saying much offensively.
Yeah. I'll just say
Because
it's okay.
Laka, Alba, they don't do shit, bro. They do, I think, less than what Saka does, and Saka puts in the shift defensively, and then he still gets some chances for people up top as well. He's definitely got to refine some of his skills, but I mean, does that come with playing time or does that come with what?
I think we're playing him up a little bit too high. I don't think he's a.
And it seems
I
like
think he's a midfielder.
yeah, I think so too.
And he's been getting too many chances up top. I don't know.
He's kind of. I feel like he's more of like an industrial player.
Yeah.
He's coming back in front and just kind of doing just the basics.
Yeah,
really
he
well.
can do the basics really, really well.
Mhm.
And he can find opportunities here and there, but he's not gonna finish a chance. He's not gonna, he might have a killer pass here and there, but that's
And
not his game.
It also, I don't think he's. I don't even know if he. You guys think he'll come off starting 11 anytime soon? Because now this week we did see him in set pieces now, so maybe if anything we're kind of grooming him to be that set piece guy, taking over Willian's set piece duties, and maybe getting a guy like Pepe or a guy like Nelson on that right side.
I think all bets are off as to what we're gonna do because Arteta better try some shit or he's getting fired.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to Chaka though. What you give him?
For Saka?
Yeah, I gave him 4. You gave him 3, right? Okay.
Yeah, before.
All right. So the other Shaka.
Shaka. Yo,
I'll give him a 3.
this is another player that we need to get rid of.
Yeah.
Bro, once again, I'm gonna say this like the second time I said that today. He is a player that can be easily replaced. I don't care if he's captain material. I don't care if he's demanding on the field. I don't give a shit, man. This guy is taking out fucking breathing fucking space in that field. Okay, we don't need just to put. We don't need another body on the field. We need someone who can put the fucking work back there, man.
He's very easily replaceable.
Very,
easily.
bro.
He needs so much around him.
As soon as Partey left, bro, that was it, bro. We were done.
He didn't create shit.
We were
Not a damn thing.
completely done.
Mm-hmm.
Shaka has to go. If anything, he will be the first one to go this fucking generation.
I agree with him. We're giving him plenty of opportunities.
Yep.
Even giving him the role of like the starting captain, he fucked that one up too.
Yep. He gotta go, man. I give him a fucking 1.
I'll give him a 3 because he wasn't that.
Yeah, I think it was just kind of regular old Shaka, just kind of
It was bad.
reliable. You kind of know what you're gonna get with that guy.
Not reliable, but yeah. Like, the thing with Chaka is that he'll pass it back and forth. He'll look neat. He won't make. Sometimes he'll make stupid decisions, but for the most part, he'll pass it back and forth. His completion rate will be pretty good as far as his passing. But if you watch the game, you know that he's not doing anything for your team going
I think
forward.
it's just the athleticism.
And he's athletically not that great. He can't even dribble. Like, he can't dribble the ball forward. If you can't dribble the ball forward, you can't bring it up. You kind of should not be playing in the Premier League at this level. It's kind of difficult, honestly, to shield a player like that.
His lack of athleticism just kind of nullifies the rest of his skills.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'll give him a 2.5, actually. I go back. Very much a passenger.
Given what did I say? Did I say
You said a 3, yeah.
3. Yeah.
You get a 4. Shit, I was pissed.
Yeah, and I didn't really see. I mean, he did do some good tactical fouls, but I mean, he I didn't really see too much of a fire in him either.
Partey.
I think he was like the better side of Arsenal, man. I like seeing him play.
Especially that. Well, he only played a half.
The half of the play, but that was enough to say, holy shit, this is why we fucking little fucking bomb out here, man. He gets the ball. He took on that 2 guy for the potential goal that we had until Saka fucked up.
Were both of the goals his fault?
The second one was. The first one.
Well, the second one he was injured, so I mean he was
second
supposed.
one,
He
was
left
his
that
fault.
fucking middle way open.
It's not really his fault, but his fault.
Do you think it was kind of his fault though, because of the fact that he didn't at least just stay there just to kind of waste space or just to kind of be there?
What happened was that we had the ball, right? We
Yeah.
had the ball. Like I said, put in that beautiful pass to I think it was
Bellerin.
Saka.
Bellerin.
Oh, maybe it was Bellerin.
And then Bellerin passed it to
Aubameyang,
Aubameyang,
and it was
and,
a little bit far back, and Aubameyang fucked it up.
and he slipped.
Yeah. And so when that was happening is when Partey went to the side and he was talking to the manager. He looked like he couldn't do it anymore. And then they got a counterattack, and of course Partey tried to run, but he couldn't do it. He's injured, so it's his fault in that way. But I mean, shit like that happens. You can blame him for it.
Yeah,
but it's really
I think
unfortunate.
that's kind of just. There's got to be some fucking signs or something he could have done, and just kind of stood there just to make him dribble elsewhere. Or
I think he
something,
should have
but-
just waited it out because it was like the 45th minute. It was like a few more seconds. And it
Oh
was
yeah, that is right. So I blame him for that one, and then the first goal too.
The
I
first
think
goal
he should have came in and kind of blocked him off too, because we gave him way too much space.
He's got a little bit of blame on that because he didn't close down
Exactly.
Son quickly enough.
So I think it was him,
A little bit, yeah.
Bellerin, and
Rob.
Rob.
A little bit, yeah. They all kind of shared. Bellerin a little bit more in my opinion, but yeah.
No, I think it was more Rob Holding.
Yeah,
than
I
Partey.
agree. Yeah, that's I'm completely agreeing with.
I
Eric.
thought Rob Holding was he was watching the overlap, so I don't give him too much blame. That's what I would have done as well.
It's like you can't give that much room to Son though.
That
I
was a
mean, like you said,
fucking
Son and
excellent strike, but
Son and Kane are the two best
Game
players
changers.
in the Premier League right now. And giving
Yeah.
Son that much space, you can. You rather want him to go on the side.
But you want Bellerin to. Yeah, I agree with that. But
And then
You
he's
know,
strong
and-
foot too.
And I think that's what Bellerin was going for. He thought that Bellerin, that
Rob.
Holding was gonna close him down.
Yeah.
And then he was gonna snap to the left, but he didn't.
Yeah.
That's why I completely put the blame on the first goal and Holding.
I split that up, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so I'll give him. I mean, as good as he was offensively, I'll give him. But he did have those two fuck ups on that side too. So, and he was also brought to just kind of make that fucking midfield solid as fuck. So I'll give him a. I'll give him a 3.
Damn.
4.
I'll give him a 4. Because he did look decent. But yeah, he has some blame, so yeah, I do give him 4.
For Partey, I give him a 6.
That's too high.
I give him a 6 just with Tierney on the left. And the only reason he doesn't get man of the match for Arsenal, it's just because of the reason that he got taken off.
And then he fucked up that goal.
Yep.
Got his fault.
Yep. You can see he's eager to be on the field. He's eager to play for Arsenal.
Even when he fucks up, he wins the ball back immediately.
He wins back the ball, and I see where you guys are coming from that he fucked up in both of them. Maybe the second one he's injured, bro. He's coming from an injury.
That's
We
really
didn't even expect him to
Yeah.
be starting this game.
That's unlucky,
And-
but it's still his fault. But it's very unlucky.
Yeah, and Arteta took his chance on this, and then unfortunately, it just did not plan out the way he wanted it. Second goal, once again, it's just he was injured. He was off position, of course. Where we gotta take that to notification. But maybe if he wasn't injured, he would have been right there.
No, yeah, he would.
You know
he
damn
would've
well
made
he
a
would have been
difference
right
for sure.
there.
Yeah, but that was just. I feel like that was just kind of more like a mental lapse. Because why didn't you just wait till the ball went out or something, and you could have just been there and just raised your hand or something. But he went all the way to the sideline, was talking to him, and he wasn't. I don't even think he was really noticing what was going on.
No, he wasn't. He thought the game was over.
I think it was just like, go motherfucker, go. He was
Yeah.
just pushing that fucker in there, just to at least stand there, And
So you give him a 6, right?
Yeah, I give him a 6.
biased.
I gave him a 4. And I guess Eric gave him a 3.
Yeah,
Or a 4.
I'll give him a 3.
3.5.
I'll give him a 3.
Alright, fine, 3.
But I mean, there is some promise going forward, but I mean, he's also got to find a balance. And well, the second goal, it was unfortunate, but I think it was just a mental lapse, and he just didn't.
If Arteta gets this dude injured for longer than he should have been because he put him in this game that he probably shouldn't have put him in, that's gonna reflect badly on him.
That's just that. Yeah, that's just hurting his chances because he is the best player.
And he
right
risked
now.
him.
I gotta see the
And-
first
and
goal
make a
again. To be honest, I didn't pay attention so much on Partey. I was more paying attention where the ball was.
Yeah, I feel you.
I gotta see where he was. To be honest, I don't think he was at fault. If I'm remembering correctly for that.
I think he was.
I think he was covering other players. Not so much was he just looking at the ball. If he was just looking at the ball, getting played, then I think he's at fault. But But if he wasn't, if he was actually just waiting on the player or holding down the player on his end, then I don't think it was a fault.
It's not him only though, but I think it's just a lack of communication, of communication with their defense.
Like a little percentage of the blame, just a little bit.
I think he's second most at fault.
This is probably his third game
Fourth
overall.
game. Fourth, third,
Not-
third or fourth,
I
something
think
like
it's
that.
third. I don't remember.
Third game overall, but all right, that's only. And then we go to who we go to Williams.
We go to Willie. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, Williams.
So okay, William.
So I just came in later.
Yeah.
Another fucking trash.
William is bad. He's the definition of a passenger. Like he's the kind of player that you don't even notice he's playing because he doesn't do enough. Especially offensively, he gets a 2 out of me because to me nothing worse. There's nothing really worse to me than a player hiding. I think that's almost even worse than a player just sucking ass. When you hide throughout the game and don't put responsibility on yourself.
You know who William reminds me of? Ozil. Remember Ozil came in against Leeds? Came in fired up, put an assist. Everyone was like, holy shit, this is the fucking player.
Ozil?
Yep. And then
What season?
the first season, like the first year he was playing with us.
All right.
What are you
I don't know
talking
that.
about?
Yeah, you're talking bullshit right now.
You're saying that William
But,
came in with the same level of expectations and also didn't play like William
No,
afterwards?
I'm saying that William came in, fired up, he got an assist, got everybody riled up. Maybe we're wrong about this guy. Maybe he is not maybe we're not the fucking retirement for Chelsea.
Okay.
He came in, put an assist, and disappeared.
Also,
And disappeared eventually.
Eventually, like.
But he same
like half
thing.
a
But
season later.
everybody was like, "Oh my god, this guy is gonna change the
Who
squad."
thought of that when nobody thought that William was gonna come in
The
and
first
change
game,
stuff?
bro.
No, I didn't think that. He
The
just got a
first
goal.
game, everybody was fired
No.
up. I was fired,
He
completely
got a
fired
goal.
up.
He got a
over-
goal. That's it. Good job. And we have to see what else happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like William came in, fired up, and he started. Now he just I don't know what's he doing. I don't know.
He ain't doing shit.
He's just doing nothing, man. Even when he grabbed the ball, yeah, he just looked off on it, off without it.
Like I always saw Willian as just kind of like a guy just to kind of help, as in like just kind of filling in up until what's his face kind of got his consistency. Pepe got his consistency and just stepped up to be that guy on that right side.
That guy.
Yeah, and just to kind of be able to rotate, but I mean that hasn't been able to been the case because none of our wingers are really playing.
I can't wait until Pepe comes back.
Bro, the reason
Except
that's not
Saka.
happening is because we're playing way too wide. I don't think
we're playing that wide.
I don't think playing our left. I don't think we should have left wing and right wing. We don't have those type of players. We do not. We need to play more centrally with those players.
We don't have the central players either.
We don't have the guy just to kind of pick apart defense.
But-
if you want to bring in Ozil, maybe
but
we could do that.
this
but
is
he's
the
also
first-
got to put in a defensive shift.
This is the first game that I have seen Aubameyang not play as wide as he did.
and he still was shit.
But he was way better. I mean, I could see that he was way better in the
He
other
was
games. He was getting possible chances, like he did last game. Just he wasn't able to.
No, he got some
deliver.
chance in it. He just seemed like
Yeah, he looked bad last game because he got chances and he fucked them up.
And he did the same thing happened today.
Yeah.
Same thing happened today. But he was able to, like other games, he just became irrelevant. Like nothing was coming through his side.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing. Because we were just way too wide. And then same thing with this. Like we need to get these guys more centrally and see what happens. Because if we're gonna have them overlap, the left wing and the right wing backs, then let's play centrally with those wing players.
Does that also kind of negate, or that kind of just makes it easier for us to be guarded because we're just going through the middle, and that
We're gonna
means-
be
that
so
means
bad if we play
we're
down
playing
the
just
middle.
through the middle. That means a lot less space as well.
Bro, but we're still in the same fucking position.
Yeah, no, you're right. Nothing's gonna change.
Nothing's gonna change.
So then
It-
what's
We're
the
gonna
point?
look worse.
What's the point of either going more middle, or on the wing? It doesn't really matter.
not doing the same thing that's not working out, bro.
Different stuff, I guess, maybe.
Because we're not in a winning place to say, hey, no, if we do this, it's not gonna work because this is working out well. Well, it's not. Nothing's working out well.
Nothing's working out well.
So why not? Why the fuck not just have the guys play more centrally and see what happens throughout the wing?
Next game, David Luiz has to start. Pepe needs to start, and Ceballos and Elneny need to come in.
Pepe's gonna be back.
That should be the starting lineup. That is what needs to be done. If that lineup loses and we play the way that we're supposed to play, then it's just something else going on.
But at least we'll have crossed out that option.
Mm.
All right. So what did you guys give him?
Cool.
Willian.
Willian. Oh, 0.
I gave Willian a 2.
Yo, he's biased with some of these players.
How am I biased, bro? Did you see him do anything right today?
He had some good
Oh
crosses.
my god, bro!
There's a couple of good
on,
crosses, that's it.
man.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good crosses.
He had an opportunity to score a goal today. Did he? No. Did he even get a good touch on? No. Was he in
Nobody
position?
had a good
Was he in
shot to
position?
fucking
Was he in
shoot.
position? Okay, I give him that. But
The only
So what
ones
the hell
that
do you
had-
give him, Eric? Damn.
I'll give him a 3.
Okay, that's. But Apollo's giving a 0 out of emotions. Come on.
I know.
0.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, bro.
Bro, you give somebody a 0
Oh my
to
God.
somebody who fucking
Dude.
who doesn't show up at all.
He did not show up at all.
Like I mean,
I
like
want
literally.
someone to show up.
I don't think he made us worse, but he
Literally,
didn't make
he
us
slipped in.
better.
He made us completely worse, bro.
I think he made us
I
worse.
mean,
Completely
who else are we gonna
worse.
put? Brett Nelson.
Nelson, bro. He's had two
I would
good
rather take
I don't
Euro
know,
bowling games, bro.
I think you're putting too much faith on Nelson right now. He is also a young kid, and I think he's a little bit further behind his
Well, an
development
old
than
ass
Saka.
kid.
Well,
But
but
he is
but you
good.
but
He
do
is
you know
good.
what I mean though? With playing Nelson, have him rotating with Saka, and I'm not saying start him every fucking game because I'll be against that.
And regardless, we're getting relegated. So
Something like that, probably.
where are we at in the league right now?
I'm probably like 16th or something.
I don't know, we're smelling ass back there, bro.
All right, what else? Who else?
Laka. Wait, what you gave?
I gave him a 3.
a 3. Okay.
No, I'm sorry, I gave him a 2.
A 2.
Eric gave him a 3.
Okay. I gave him a 0.
Like I said, a.
Oh man, this dude is an enigma to me. I feel like he can play a lot better than he can, but he just doesn't. So I don't know what's going on there. I give him a 3, because he actually did have some really good passes. I remember he had some Kane-like passes. Remember when he almost split that defense to Bellerin and Bellerin crossed it badly too?
Kane-like.
A little bit Kane-like. That was a really good pass. He had a couple of really good passes. But he's just not tall enough to play as a target man, dude. They sent so many crosses to him, and he never won any of them. He doesn't have the body or the physique or the whatever to play as a target man, and he also gets tired quickly.
And even
I
before,
noticed.
even before Arsenal though, Fabian, like he never like put in a shift up in the air.
Yeah, I think he only scored like 1 header, and it was it wasn't even a jumping header.
Yeah.
It was just a free ass header, just
Yeah, that's not his
tapping
game.
in.
Yeah,
Not
that's
his game
not
at
his game. It's never been his game. So why are we trying to make him his game? You can't teach
'Cause we're
old
scared.
dogs new tricks, bro.
Because we
You really can't.
don't have any tactics. We're just tossing it in.
But I mean, that's where Arteta needs to come in and realize that these motherfuckers can't fucking play in the air. Our creativity is just coming from the wings, bro. Because we're too fucking wide. We're too fucking wide. We're playing. I mean, stop.
what the fuck do you give this man?
I give Laka a 2.
0?
I'll give him a 2.
Okay.
Mm.
What about you, Eddie?
I was supposed to give him a 10, bro.
Dude, I've been wanting this man out for a while now.
Oh, so you're about to give him a 0.
Nah,
Okay, go ahead.
I ain't that emotional. I ain't emo.
I'll
All right.
prove it.
So if anything, I'll just give him a. I'll give him a. I don't want to give him a 4. I'll give him a 3.5.
Okay.
Jesus, it's high, man.
I gave him a 3.
What'd you give him?
I give him a 2.
I'm just
He wasn't as bad as some of those 2 players that I gave him, so
Yeah,
I can't
I
give him
think
a
he
2.
was better than Willian.
Definitely. Well, he gave him a 0, so I guess that makes sense. All right, Aubameyang.
I give him a 1.
I give Aubameyang a 2. Actually,
I thought about that too.
He also looks like he's got no confidence, bro. Because
Yeah.
some of like that
I
one
give him a
chance he
1.5,
had,
sorry.
he would have buried that last season or the season before that. But this, like, I don't know.
I give him a 1.5. My bad, bro. A 1.5.
Later.
A 1.5.
He was very bad. He had chances. He just didn't do anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do anything to the build up. He doesn't want to come
The
forward
air.
and get the ball. He does not want to jump and get the ball.
Yeah.
He does jump.
With the
But he
hump,
just-
bro.
He
Okay,
just fucking.
He dodges after that.
That seems like very, very Ozil like. Just kind of going through the motions.
He is very Ozil like.
Mm-hmm.
He's a genius player. Oh no, he's not a genius player. He's a good player. He can finish, but he's
He's a world class player.
Yeah, he is.
I don't
like
know.
once again, we're playing him wrong though. That's things are coming from the wing, and then
I don't think Aubameyang's that good.
I just hate when people start saying that like Lacazette has like this thing that's Thierry like, or Aubameyang that has like this one thing that's Thierry like.
No, yeah.
I hate when people say that shit.
Okay, I agree with that.
That's bullshit. I catch a lot of people saying that shit. It's kind of annoying.
He gets a
Because
1.5
they have
out of
the
me.
same- Yeah, I'll give him a 2.
He got chances and he didn't do nothing with them.
I give him a 1 just because he's not fired up, man. He's
Yeah.
not. Like that switch is off. He's dead. He's not doing much. He's just.
This is supposed to be the game he comes back though. Who said
I know.
that?
He
He
did.
said that
He
shit.
said that
on Twitter.
shit.
Oh yeah, I saw him back. You looked like you were missing a me.
Yeah, he still didn't look good.
He looked
Bro,
scared.
Man's talking a lot of blah blah blah, but not so much yeah.
yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah.
Ozil lives though.
Also, yeah, motherfuckers watching from this. Like, easy if he's even watching the fucking games, bro.
All right, bro.
He's counting on money, man.
You think this is gonna be quick, but you think Aubameyang misses Ozil? That connection that they had? I don't.
Bro, you guys. Oh,
I'm just asking.
Bro.
I
the
need to
the
look at
reason
I need
the
to
reason
look at the stats.
I
How many assists Ozil had to
that's for another conversation. It really is because there's a lot with Ozil that I think that's but people have forgotten that it's like Wenger, bro. It's like bringing back Wenger, and people are saying people out there are actually fucking saying you know what, let's just bring Wenger back in
Well, you shouldn't bring it back anybody, but we did look way better under Wenger.
Mm-hmm.
because he's played with the same squad. He's developed
So
players.
I
He's like
I feel like what's going on is like we'd rather be mediocre than fucking shitty. Any fucking thing.
We weren't mediocre under Wenger. We were just good.
We
weren't
were
the best.
mediocre. We were just good enough just to be good.
Top
but
4
like,
is not mediocre. Top 4 is good, but not
but like
great.
mediocre for our standards.
Okay,
I
yeah, there
think.
we go. Okay, you
Like
can say that.
we weren't winning anything. We were just good just to be good, but that was about it. We weren't really challenging. We weren't except for that year against Leicester. But
Well, if that's mediocre for our standards, we're the Titanic right now.
yeah, yeah.
Sunken in.
we've been at the bottom, bro.
Not
This,
wrong.
this is the
This
worst
is
we've
new
been.
fucking rock bottom, bro.
We're literally like what, 16 or something like that? Probably, right?
Yeah, 15, 16.
Man.
All right.
A bunch of fucking bullshit.
What do you give Ceballos since he came in?
The fucking 2020. I need 2020. 2020 gets a 0, boys.
What do you give Ceballos?
Ceballos, a 3.
I give him a 2. He didn't do shit. He just passed the ball around.
Yeah, I'll give him a 2.
Yeah, I'll go with you guys 2. Yeah.
And Ketia, did he do anything?
No.
He didn't even touch the ball. They
He
just
didn't
kind
touch
of
it.
put him in for another.
Did he come in?
Yeah,
he did.
Holy shit!
They took
Was
Yeah.
I watching the same game?
Oh, he took out Bellerin.
And then
Put him in.
Bellerin for what
Gatia.
Okay, so did we put in another sub or was that it?
Ceballos for Partey.
Yeah, that's 2.
I think we only did 2.
Oh wow.
There ain't nobody else on the bench, bro.
Okay, whatever. I guess we suck that bad.
Arteta.
Arteta gets a 1 today. We're showing up.
Nah, I'll give him a 3. I'll give him a 3.
We never looked like we had any control of that game.
No.
We did. There was moments that we did
We had.
with Partey.
When he got past 2 players, that's it. That's all it takes to look like you were in control of the game. We had 2 shots on target. 0 shots on target. We had 2 shots on target at the end when we were desperate. That's a 1. I'm sorry. You have to look more dangerous than that. We didn't look dangerous at all. I never for a second thought we were going to win that goal or tie it up, even when we were 1 down. We just didn't look like we were creating at all.
I mean, are we taking away from Mourinho as well though?
Boy, yeah. I mean, no, he gets a 1 because he lost to Mourinho. It's a competitive game. If the other player, if the other coach outmanages you, then he gets a better rating and you get a lower one.
But could that second goal? What if that second goal didn't happen? Because I mean, that could have very well not had happened.
I still don't think we
if
would've-
Partey
I
could
still
have
don't
been in
think
the
we
middle.
would've scored.
Huh?
I still don't think we would have scored.
Yeah, I don't think we would have scored, but it would have been competitive. What is
That
competitive?
shit is not competitive. Competitive to me is actually just because it's a 1-0 game does not mean it was competitive.
Okay.
The stats don't say it was a competitive game. You know?
I think it does.
I don't count those 2 last shots, bro. Shits were desperation shots.
All right. So 3, 1, 2.
I give him a 1. Yeah, it was real bad.
I'll give him a 2.
Okay. Wow. Being nice for once.
All right. This season's gone down the drain. I told you guys, top 8. Even that looks like a fucking accomplishment now. I'll be
good.
I'll be happy
you
if we
did
get top
have
8.
an 8. Paulo.
5.
Yep.
I'll be happy with the top 8 now, for sure.
Where'd you have Tottenham?
That'll be an accomplishment. Thank you for coming over. Please follow us. Sorry we're in such low spirits today. It's been a crazy weekend and a shitty Sunday.
Yep, it is. No 3 points this week, boys.
Not at all.
Do you think we'll get 3 points next week?
I don't
even
care
know.
anymore. I'm just watching it so I don't get fined.
Go on your emotions.
The Europa League, though.
I'm phoning
It's
it in like
coming up.
Aubameyang. I don't
Europa
even
League is coming up, boys.
We should.
I got
We've
nothing.
already.
I'm gonna look at what teams could potentially go down and see what the best route for us is.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have a conversation about that for sure.
Yeah, that's a great topic of conversation. The Champions League dropouts.
Because right now,
That should be
the league ain't looking too good.
Yeah.
How far are we? Let me see
We're literally
where we are standing
table.
in the table.
So tell me, what do you boys think if we make it past
15. Yep.
We're 3 points away from Brighton, and they could very well go up and be ahead of
Tomorrow?
us if they win.
The relegation battle, boys.
Yeah.
surviving relegation?
Wait, is
The road to success.
Mikel Arteta, how Arteta completely destroyed Arsenal from the inside out.
damn? He'll never forgive himself. He's gonna go into deep depression after this if he gets fired and doesn't make it out of this shit.
Man, he's gonna lose his hair, bro.
Depression.
Motherfucker gonna become Lex Luthor up in this bitch, bro.
Damn, look at that.
I'm telling
So
you, bro.
Burnley could get. Can they get ahead of us? Nah. So we won't. We're not like in relegation. We're near relegation, but not like anywhere near the bottom 4.
Right now, the only manager that can get us top 4 is
Zidane.
Mourinho.
no Wenger, bro.
Wenger.
That was his specialty. He could get top 4 under any circumstances.
He's gonna bring back Ozil. It's a different set of frustration.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, boys. It
We
was
got a
great.
15-hour drive to do. We'll see you guys next week.
Next week. Oh, when do we play?
Please subscribe and follow so that you guys can know when we're going live. We go live at least 3 times a week. 2 times a week, honestly, at least. Sometimes 3.
Average, yeah.
And we're doing the Chelsea game live with some other Chelsea fans who we hate.
Is that
but we'll
Sunday?
tolerate.
That is that's Thursday. That's Dundalk.
No, Burnley.
Burnley.
Yep.
December 13th.
Sunday.
Yep. So I'm good for Sunday.
Okay, Sunday it is.
Yeah, we could do Sunday.
We'll see you guys then, and then we'll see you for the Chelsea game after that, right?
No, then we have
Southampton.
Southampton.
And
Everything.
Chelsea.
Everton. And then
That's gonna
Chelsea.
be tough as fuck, bro.
That's a
Oh
hard
no,
ass
then
schedule.
Man
dude.
City, then Chelsea.
That's a
Jesus
hard-ass
fucking
schedule.
Christ.
Well, we have Man City because of the
Oh
quarterfinals.
shit.
Well, I think
Ah,
if
who cares
anything,
about
we
that?
have a really good chance against Southampton and Everton. More
We'll
than
see, bro.
Burnley, I think.
We'll
See
see.
that
Huh?
We'll
You
see.
don't think so?
I don't
They're
think I
they're
don't think
very
we'll against
open.
anybody
They're
in
very
the
open.
We'll see. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Please follow. Please subscribe. Please donate. So we get some money for the tolls on the way back. And join us for all the upcoming
broadcast that we'll be doing.
Oh, the post match conference is out.
Oh, let me see that.
All right, we'll go because we gotta go. Obviously. But
Thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace. Hope you perform better this week than Arsenal did.